right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start a rolls in the first pitch, but it was over the plates. Some people would swing at that, but I don't know. All right, Hong Chang-gi back up at the top, back up at the top of the lineup for LG. Uh, Still, Pak Dong-won not in the lineup yet. He is still on the roster, but he's not in the lineup. Iju Hyun, getting the starts behind the plates for Song Seung-gi, who is on the mound, pitched extremely well against Hanwha in his first game. This is his first game on the road, though, so we'll see how he handles not pitching at home. So that's one thing. Hanwha's lineup, the exact same lineup that they sent out on Sunday, except for behind the plate. EJ Wan is back behind the plates. Lee Jin Young out in the right field and Moon Hyun Bin in left field. I expect some changes late in the game with those two guys. Lee Jin Young coming off the big game on Sunday. So Weiss out on the mound. The 4.58 ERA, don't let that fool you. His last three games have all been wins, 3-1. It coincided with his wife returning to Korea as she wasn't here for the first couple games of his season. Since then, 7.2 innings with 7 strikeouts and 2 runs, 6 innings with 10 strikeouts and 2 runs, and 6 innings with 12 strikeouts and 2 runs. So in his last 3 outings, he's had 29 strikeouts while giving up 6 runs and having 2 quality starts and a quality start plus. So, with that being said, it is about time for the first pitch, and it is fouled away. So, Hong Chang-gi back in there at the top of the lineup, 225. When I did, yeah, they need them badly. But yeah, so Hong Chang-gi, when I streamed, is that's going to be a single into left field, and he won't even let me talk before he gets a hit, and that is one on real quick. Like, nope, I cannot see you. Jump up and down, jump up and down. So, uh, Hong Chang-gi again wasn't in the top of the lineup in the game I streamed on Saturday. Their offense has kind of been struggling a little bit. Kim Hyun Soo steps in and pops up the first pitch. Moon Hyun Bin over and under it, and that will be one away. What are we celebrating? So he has not pitched particularly well against Hanwha or against LG. Uh, 2 games last year, a 9.82 ERA, 7.1 innings. They hit 333 against him. So he has not pitched well. He's not pitched well at home either. His 1 game at home, he pitched 5 innings. He gave up 4 runs. Welcome, Alan. All right, Austin Dean steps in. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 303 on the season for Austin Dean, having himself another solid season. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, OG or EJ1. That's way outside, and it's a slider outside, and it's 1-1. So Weiss, mainly 2 pitches. He is a 2 pitch pitcher. Fastball 46% of the time, 148 kilometers an hour, 49. And then a slider off of that 42% of the time. So 87% of the time, he's going to throw 2 specific pitches as he throws the slider way off the plate there. Then from there, he also has a curveball about 9% of the time. And then he does throw a changeup. He's going to throw 3, 4, 5 changeup a game. He only averages 3% of his pitches as changeups. So the 1-2 goes way outside again, and it's 2-2. Trying to get him to chase that sweeper off the plates. So Austin in his first year, 2 home runs in the first 28 games. Last year, five, and this year he's got eight. As the 2-2 pitch swing and a miss on that pitch outside of the zone. Oh no, it must have just clipped it. But anyway, that's strikeout number one for Weiss, and out number two for LG is they've already gone 0 for 2 with runners on base. Surprisingly, nobody's tried to run yet. LG last year was the love to run. They didn't love to be safe; they just loved to run. All right, that brings in Moonbog Young, and he looks at a fastball down the middle. Moonbog Young come down to life a little bit, or come down to earth. 324 average, 5 home runs still. He's off to a crazy start, but slowed down as that misses outside, and it's 1-1. Important for LG is to get Weiss's pitch count up. Very, very important. Hanwha's bullpen is rested. I haven't, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. I really have not looked too much at the new pitcher, just because I've been so busy with work. I haven't had a chance to really dive into him. I figured him and McBroom, I figured would have already made their debuts, but that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws to first, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's 0. Huh? Ah, that's strange. There we go. I think it's fixed now. Sorry about that. Nobody nobody is chatting in the vertical. All right. Well, it's fixed now, I think. All right. There we go. It's all fixed now. All right. Song Sung Gi out on the mound, 251 ERA on the season, 2-1. No problem. Thank you for telling me, actually. I would have never even paid attention because I have other chats that show what you guys are talking about that I usually read. Oh, Son Sung Gi, the one game he did pitch against Hanwha, 7 innings, gave up 1 hit. 1 hit. He struck out 5. He walked 1. Uh, a whip of .29. Bad Hanwha hit 48 off of him in that first game. Again, he didn't pitch last year. He pitched. He just came back from his military duty. He is one of the reasons why they let Wantain go, as that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. An Chi Hong really lifting that batting average up now. It's all the way up to 119 on the season. And he fouls that away, and it's 0-2. So lefty on the mound has been troubles for Hanwha earlier in this season, but they've started to turn it around a little bit. As that is going to be a chopper, but foul, and it stays 0-2. Offense is not something that Hanwha really is getting games done with. They're not out. They're outscoring opponents, obviously, because they're winning. But it is not like they're scoring 10 runs a game. As that's way upstairs, and it's 1-2 now. So their wins are coming from their pitching staff. They have the second best starting rotation in the league, only behind LG, as that is slapped away, and it stays 1-2. Hanwha has a very good starting rotation, especially the top three guys, Jin, Weiss, and Ponce. Moon Dong-ju has been very good. Again, he has kind of two, three good games, and then one giant clunker is that is fouled into the netting. And then Om Sang Bek has not been good at all. Yet somehow he got a win because the teams he's pitched against have been very bad offensively. That is a swing and a miss on a pitch that was not even hittable. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one away. Yeah, uh, f- last year Peraza was the good vibes guy. Peraza and Ryuhan Jin also. Ryuhan Jin is very, very animated and energetic in the dugouts. As Florio fouls that one off of the catcher's mask, and it's 0-1. Not too bad, you're on. How's life? I checked your the reels, but I was so busy getting everything up. That's misses, and it's 1-1. And 1-1 misses outside at 2-1. I mean, I remember streaming games last year where Yuan Jin's sitting there with his water gun in the middle of the dugouts. All right, the 2-1 pitch. That is lifted into the air. That's going to be in the gap. Will it keep going? And that is going to one hop over the fence and be a ground rule double. First hit of the day for Hanwha, and just like that, they've got a runner on second. I was in the stands for 90 something games the year that they made it, the last year that they made it.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Kim. As that one it catches the bottom of the zone and it's 0-1. Yeah, I have some stuff from that season. I'll show you guys in just a moment. Here comes Moon Hyun Bin, 283 is been off. He has not been hitting well lately. And the 0-1 is fouled and it's 0-2. What do I have here? Here's something they gave the scent of Hanwha. The scent of orange flame is what it says. Is that is outside and it's 1-2. This was given out I think the last game of the season. Oh, what else we got here? Got some more stuff back there somewhere. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, and he's going to have to throw down to first base. And that is 2 away. 2 strikeouts on pitches in the dirt, and 2 away with the runner over on second base. What else do I have? There's a notes that they sent. Obviously, I have a ton of other specific stuff from that season. All right, Noshiwan steps in. Noshiwan and Austin Dean tied for second in the league with a double or runs batted in, as that is outside 1-1 or 1-0. I don't think you do. As the 1-0 pitch and swing and a miss, 1-1. I mean, I am no KBO superstar by any means, but like I've heard of stories from some of the players about what fans do. I've had fans like follow me into the bathroom at different places, just wanting to talk about baseball. It's kind of not the coolest thing in the world when you're trying to go to the bathroom and someone wants to stand next to you and talk to you. As the 2-1 pitch to Noshiwan and fouls that one back, and it's 2-2. Oh, but can you talk urinate? Can you talk ball in Korean urinating in a public bathroom outside of a baseball stadium? As that is the real question. In the dirt, and we've got ourselves our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. No, Song Sung-gi, fastball most of the time, 58% of the time, he's going to throw a fastball from the left side. Slider off of that, 15% of the time. Then a changeup 11% of the time, and 10% of the time, he's going to throw that fork ball. As that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out three, gives up a double, but they go 0 for 2 with runners on base and will go to the second inning. Three strikeouts. Hanwha leaves the runner on base as they go 0 for 2 with the runners in scoring position. Again, they have been really, really struggling to score, to even hit whenever they get runners on. They basically have one inning a game that they get hit with runners on base. Other than that, they're relying on airs, sacrifice flies, things like that, or the always popular sacrifice bunts. Did throw 21 pitches that inning, so that's good for Hanwha. As anytime they can get into that LG bullpen is always a fantastic. Oh, no, I mean Chu Shin Su, Park Chan Ho, Ryu Hyun Jin are all, I would say, better. All right, to top of the second inning here, OG Wan will lead things off against Weiss. Yeah, he has a chance, but he's only been playing a half a season. As EJ Wan once again drops. Thank you for that. As that is a beautiful, beautiful pitch in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1. OG Wan 288 on this season. Swinging, I guess he's swinging a miss because, again, with the super awesome SPO TV camera angles, you often get replays instead of actual live game. As did he go in? He did not, and it's 2-2. Both pitchers are just going down into the dirt to get their strikeouts. He did not go. He held up. Excellent call by the first base or the third base coach or third base umpire. I'll get it right eventually. All righty, here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's up right down the middle. Swing and a miss, and that's strikeouts number 2, outs number 1. And that'll bring up the number 6 hitter, Moon Sung Ju. And he lays off of that in the dirt, and it's 1-0. So I believe Weiss is second in the league in strikeouts. Real quick, nope, he is fifth now. But I think he's like in April or something. He is second in the league. All right, here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle, and it'll be on base for the second time for LG. That brings up the center fielder, Paque Min. All right, and Moon Sung Ju over at first base. Paque Min. And that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Paque Min having a rough offensive season, as a lot of players are. 232 on the season now for the center fielder. Still playing excellent defense, though, as that's going to be chopped foul, and it's 0-2. Alrighty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lays off of it, and it's ball one, 1-2. Excellent eye there. He even gave a sigh of relief as that just curveball just dropped. Little spiked curve. Alrighty, here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be chopped foul, and it's still 1-2. Again, only 12 pitches in his first inning. He's already thrown 12 here in the second inning. Very important to get him and get into the bullpen. Not just the back end of the Hanwha bullpen is very good, but they're usually not good for 2 days in a row, as that is way outside, and it's 2-2. So getting them into the bullpen in a close game uh, will obviously factor into success later in this series. And here comes the 2-2, and throw over to first, and Moon Sung Ju slides back in. Kiwi not at the game today. Thank you, whoever's doing that. At least I don't think he is. Maybe he is. Didn't tell me he was going. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. That is a ripped foul, and the ball boy is going to have to go out way out into the field and make a play. How is this guy still in a dugout? Like, what was the punishment for his shenanigans? Hey, what's that place you like to go with all the crazy stuff on the wall? And the 2-2 catches him staring at it, and that will be strikeout number 3 and out number 2. Strikeout number 3 on the day. That brings up the number 8 hitter, Shinmin Jae. Absolutely filthy stuff. All righty, here we go. 2 outs and number 8 hitter, Shinmin Jae, the little lefty, and looks at a pitch right down the middle. 208 on the season. And last year he was up at the top of the order, and this year he's hanging out down at the bottom. As that is in there for a strike also, and it's 0-2. All right, is going to throw the fastball past him. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tries the fastball, but outside, and it's 1-2. 30 pitches now for Weiss. This is pitch number 19 of this inning. the 1-2 pitch chops it. That's going to be trouble as Chan Sung grabs it and tags him. That will go down as out number 3. 2 more strikeouts on the day for Weiss. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's nothing, nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. That is how many hits the two teams have gotten with runners on base. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. LG already 0 for 5 with runners on base. Hanwha 0 for 2. And that means we'll go to the bottom of the second. Shan Sung will lead things off. Me too. I only go to places with modern furniture scapings. So, quick look around the league. It's already 2-1. Lotte is yeah. Top of the second, so first and third with 1 out. NC's already up 3-0 against Kia. And then UG Huck is up to bat, says 1-0 Samsung in the top of the first. Three one. There you go. All right, so Chan Sung steps in. And the first pitch is going to be a shot back into the outfield. Pake Min cuts it off. And he's going to have on himself a leadoff single, the second hit of the day for Hanwha. 1 pitch, 1 hits, just the way Hanwha wanted it. That's going to bring up Eugene Young, the right fielder. Way up high, and it's 1-0. He's already given up more hits than he gave up in his last game against Hanwha. Eugene Young hitting a 302. I think he's the only player on Hanwha's team that's hitting over 300. As the 1-0 pitch fouled away, and it's 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch from Song Sun Gi. And it's way outside. 2-1. Somehow my pitch count is way up high. I must be hitting his instead of Weiss's or something. No, I think Florial's over 200. Moonhyun Bin's also over 200 or over 250. There's a swing and a miss there to pitch over the zone, and it's 1-2. Yeah, Florial's hitting 270. I think Moonhyun Bin 283. No Shiwan 265. Chan Sung also up there 279. So yeah, he's the only one hitting 300 though, but probably not after this pitch. Is the 2-2 way outside though, and that brings the count full. Second full count of the day for Hanwha. The last one was a strikeout to end the first for No Shiwan. But they Moonhyun Bin was the only one hitting over 300 when there was no one else hitting over 250 earlier in the season. Alrighty, here comes the 3-2 pitch. And checks over on Chan Sung, drops it in the dirt, but Austin makes the play. Third, it's LG, Samsung, Hanwha, Lotte KT, I believe, as the 3-2 as he, just misses the top of the zone. And that will put runners on first and second with nobody out. Probably was a strike last year, guys, but with the new strike zone that's a little bit lower, that pitch misses. It's KT. Lotte's in fourth. KT. All right, now runners on the first and second for the bottom of the order. It's time for bunts. Everybody's favorite time of the year. Here comes the lovely bunt. All right, very important to bunts here since you got two guys hitting under 200 behind him as he fouls that one all the way back to the netting. There's one Mockley. That's the Dejan Mockley. All right, let's try this again. And in the 0-1, he spins around, trying to get him leaning a bit. All righty, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Pulls it back, chops it to the first baseman, and he steps on short. As that will go down as a 3-6 ground out. So they'll have runners on the corners. Pulls it back and then chops it, but Austin grabs it, looks to third as he's turning. Throw to Austin or OG1, but only able to get the one out. But you've got one out now with the runners on the corners. This is a time that Hanwha loves to just do the lovely double steal. Anytime you got a 147 hitter at the plate, so what do you expect? And that is a fouled away, and it's 0-1. And here comes the 0-1. Misses just up high, and it's 1-1. For here? No, they're not even that long. In between the innings is like a minute or is like something like that. But I think it's only like 90 seconds for the ad breaks. Where's Mary Kate's? You got LG versus Hanwha, and Mary Kate's not around. All righty, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And he lifts that one into right field as Hong Chang-gi is going to make the play. The throw to get Chan Sung nowhere near in time. And that will be a sacrifice fly. And Hanwha takes the early 1-0 lead. Two outs now as Hanwha Up 1-0 early. It was just a little too far towards center field as fouls that one straight back, and it's 0-1. Not enough money in that. All MLB ever cares about is money. As Song Sung Gi throws and catches the top of the zone on that one finally. He's been hanging around at the top of the zone there. Finally gets that one, and it's 0-2. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strikeout number 4, and that will take us to the third inning. But Hanwha gets one on a hit, a walk, a bad swing, and a sacrifice. So we'll go to the third. Oh, Hanwha once again over with runners on base. All right. LG will have a 9-1-2 coming up. Hanwha now is left 2 on. LG's left 2 on. Combined 0 for 9 with runners on base so far today. That's lovely. 0 for 9. All right, so Weiss back out there. Weiss, 3 strikeouts. 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Iju Hun, and that's a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. Well, they don't have a manager or a front office that's willing to spend either, do they? Is that just sweeps outside, and it's 1-1. That misses low when it's 2-1. I really wonder if they're going to start trying to lay off of that sweeper. It keeps breaking down, missing the plates. There we go. They lay off of it again. They're going to make him throw a fastball. Sit fastball. His sweeper has been breaking a ton, but breaking way out of the zone. And the 3-1 catches the top of the zone, and now it's 3-2. First full count of the day for LG. Again, this is something that I would be doing, hoping to hit with a full count or 2 strikes. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, as he swings, rolls it over. Second baseman grabs it, throws, and that will be 1 away. Ryan Weiss is on the mound for Hanwha. All right, that flips the lineup back up as Hong Chang-gi steps in. He singled in his first at bat. Second pitch he saw, he singled, but then hung out at first base all by himself as LG decided they did not want to hit. And Hong Chang-gi lays off of that, but he shouldn't have, as that was right down the middle. 233 now on the season for the right fielder. Little chicken wing with his back arm, and the 0-1 hits him in the foots. Said his sweeper is breaking a ton. As that right on the side of the foots, right at the about the joints of his left foots. All right, Kim Hyun Soo now steps in. Throws a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Wonder if he's gonna be hesitant with that sweeper now. 325 for Kim Hyun Soo on the season. Nope, and that drops down, and it's 1-1. Weiss, I think Weiss, the last team he played for was the Royals. Before he came to Korea, he was in an independent league. As the 1-1 catches the inside, and it's 1-2. As the 0-1 or 1-2 misses way inside, and it's 2-2. Hong Chang-gi over at first base. LG has had a base runner every inning. Yet they have not had any hits yet. As here comes the 2-2, and he fouls it, and that would have been ball 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in the Royals organization, but it was not recently. Because I know last year he pitched, or well, obviously last year he was here, but he was in the independent league, because that's going to be a ground ball. Ito Yoon that jumps and throws to second base. What a play by Ito Yoon, as he going hard to his left, jumps, flips, turns around, throws to the shortstop over at second base to retire the first batter, or the lead runner. And he says, again, this is why I should actually be playing shortstop. Last year, well, they had 5 because they were so bad. Felix Pena, and Ricardo Sanchez were the first ones. As Austin Dean says, goodbye baseball. Catch that if you can. It's 2-0 LG. I didn't even get to talk about it yet. About how Weiss has given up a ton of home runs. Man, I was gonna talk about it. Alrighty, well, anyway, since I'm here, I'll talk about it now. That is up high to Moonbog Young. And the 1-0 outside. 2-0. So about that, Weiss has already given up 5 home runs on the season. He has a tendency to hang that slider a little too much and ends up giving out some souvenirs. He gave up 1 home run to Doosan, he gave up 2 to Samsung, and he gave up 2 to Kia. Again, he has not pitched well here in Hanwha's new stadium. It is a hitter-friendly stadium, and that is ball 4. 4 straight pitches, and they've got another base runner. That was not a slider. That was a fastball down the middle. And Austin Dean says, "Hey, I'm not a KBO guy. I am a major leaguer. You cannot throw that with me." Yeah. Well, I have them set to change colors now. So I have them set to change colors. I used to just have Hanwha colors, obviously. Like I can just turn on orange, or I can turn on a rainbow. As throws over to first and checks on him. As that just catches the outside corner. Oops, wrong side. And it's 0-1. 284 on the season for OG1. Struck out in his first at bat. That was to lead off the last inning. And the 0-1 up high, 1-1. Yeah, it took me a while to get it all set up to flash exactly how I wanted it. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. And fouls that away. 1-2. 53 pitches now for Weiss. Thank you, thank you. Trying to be as professional as I can. And that is lifted into the air. Moon Hyun Bin going back at the warning track and makes the catch. As that will be 3 away. But LG gets a couple on the hit by pitch, the ground out, and the 2-run shot by Austin Dean. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. 2-1. I love it. 안녕하세요. 김하성. I love it. And I don't know if it's Shiver or Shiver or yeah, I'm gonna say Shiver. So about the ABS, whenever KBO decided to do the ABS, what they talked to the MLB, the AAA teams or the AAA league, and they said you should add an inch on the sides of the plate. So instead of 17 inches, you have the extra 1 inch on both sides until or for the first couple years. So 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Obviously, here in Korea, we use centimeters. So they added 2 centimeters on each side of the plates for now. They'll eventually get rid of the 2 centimeters, I think maybe after next year or the year after. And it'll go just to the 17-inch wide plates. The other difference is in the KBO, the ABS system has to hit cross over the plates in 2 spots. There's right at the middle of the plate and also at the back of the plates where it has to cross both spots. So if it only crosses 1 spot, it's actually not called a strike. So now, with that being said, we're back. As OG1 got out there. And we'll have the top of the lineup up now as An Chi Hong steps in and looks at a strike at the top of the zone. Yeah, the ABS system was dropped down from last year. I think 1%, I believe they dropped it down as that is fouled away, and it's 0-2. And away in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Trying to get Weiss's pitch count fixed. As that misses inside, and it's 2-2. I have not seen one bad call by it, as that is in the dirt. It's a swing and a miss, and he shows why he's hitting 100. That will be strikeout number 2 on the day for him. Strikeout number 5 for Song Sung Gi, and one away here in the bottom of the third. Yeah, that girl's like, man, I can't believe I bought his uniform. He is so bad. No, no. I I do play here in Korea. Is that one is filed away, but it's just rec league baseball. Little they call it Sawe Yagu, which means baseball. As that is ball one, no 1-2. And 1-1, almost over the catcher's head, and it's a 2. I am just a student of the game. I played all growing up. I played here, but I did not play after middle school. Maybe yeah, middle school. I think I tried out for Babe Ruth League and American Legion when I was little, but I couldn't hit a curveball. Is that is ball 4. Once again, the Spo TV amazing, super awesome camera doesn't let us actually see the pitch because we're watching replays and other random things. That was a ball, I assume, in the dirt because the EJ Wan was going back to get it. Florial and Austin Dean having themselves a little English conversation over at first base. All right, so Moon Young Bin now steps in, struck out in his first at bats. Hanwha still hitless on the day with runners on base. Did he go around? I don't think he did. He did not. And that is 1-0. So Florio doubled in his first at bat, and then 2 strikeouts after that. Here he walks in his at bats, and that's going to be a ground ball past Florio as he runs past. Hong Chang-gi comes up, and Florio will hang out at first. They've got a hit with a runner on base, ladies and gentlemen. They've got a hit with a runner on base. Sound the alarms. The apocalypse is a coming. As Hanwha now runners on the first and the seconds. 1 out for Noshiwan. This is everything from pitch counts, runners on base, left on base, who scores a walk. The boxes are full counts, as that is in the dirts, and it's 1-0. That's how I can tell you guys all of these things. Like Noshiwan struck out on a full count in his last at bat to end the first inning. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, and that is lifted into the air. Right fielder Hong Chang-gi under it. Grabs it. Florio will tag up and head to third as they will get himself over, but and now they've got two away. I've always done them. Yeah, I've always done them because I need to be able to know, because a lot of times people ask like how many pitches and stuff like that, and I before this year I didn't have the pitch count up. Uh these are things that they never talk about and they never show up on the screen. Like I can read the screen and translate. Like here it says, today he had a hit, and on the season he's hitting 286. But what kind of hit did he have? Did he have a single? Did he have a double? Things like that is ball one a little low and 1-0. 340 on the season at home, 216 on the road. Here we go. That's actually two outs. Runners on first and third. Cheon Sung singled in his first at bat, then came around to score on the EJ Wan sacrifice fly to Hong Chang-gi and right. And here we go. The 1-0 upstairs, 2-0. And then I also have these. That is so this is Son Sung Gi's stats. This is last 5 games. That's his pitches, fastball, slider, changeup, forkball. And then here's Weiss's is that's gonna be chopped but foul. And it's 2-1. Oh. Yeah, I really feel like KBO broadcasts don't they spend too much time talking about how fast the guy just threw the ball and how pretty the guy is, and not enough about baseball. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss as Moon Hyun Min steals himself a bag and moves up to second base as they've got runners on second and third now with two outs and a 2-2 count. Oh yeah. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch, two outs, two on, swings at a ball that bounces off the ground, and it's still 2-2. And the 2-2 fouled away, and it stays 2-2. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch, two on, and that is outside, and another full count. Third full count of the day for Hanwha. And No Shiwan struck out in the first on a full count, and Lee Young walked on a full count in his at bat in the second. So full count in the first, full count in the second, full count now here in the third. And here comes the 3-2 pitch as he lifts that into the air. Pake Min running at the track and makes the catch. As that will strand a couple on, and we will go to the fourth inning. It's 2-1 LG. They finally get a hit with a runner on base, though, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very big deal for Hanwha. They are now 0 for 5 with runners on base, though, or with runners in scoring position. That's always a good statistic. Very important, you know. Uchiko, Uchiko, paro, il handa, pas. This this commercial you guys are seeing is basically like Ben Gay. That's exactly what it is. No way. The commercial that was on the Pas Uchigo Il Handa Baro Il Handa is basically a Korean Ben Gay patches. It's very, very, very is if you're ever watching the game and you see like the trainer run out and like spray something on somebody after he gets hit, is that's going to be a quick ground ball to Noshiwan and across the diamond and one away already. That was quick. It's like spray pass or spray bin gay. All right, one away already on one pitch. That brings up Min as he looks at just strike one at the top of the zone, and it's on one. Struck out looking in his first at bats back in the second inning. 0 for 1 on the day, and that's misses way upstairs, 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 way outside, and it's 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch also outside, and it's 3-1. He is struggling a little with control here. Min is the one outfielder that I really wish Hanwha would have signed after the 2021 season, as that is fouled away, and it's full counts now. Back at after the 2021 season, Hanwha had the worst outfield you could ever imagine. Uh, they were bad, like super awful. Subaru said, "Hey, somebody asked, how do you fix the outfield?" And he's like, "Oh, we're gonna have to do it in free agency, as that is way outside, and that will be a walk." Min has a lot of speed too, so expect him to be running. Subaru was like, "Hey, no, we're gonna fix it in free agency. There's a lot of free agents coming out, so we are gonna have to fix it in free agency." Hanwha went and uh, basically re-signed their catcher Che Jae Hoon. Was the only free agency signing they made all off season. Uh maybe 210. Maybe 210. They were bad. Here we go. Min takes a couple steps off outside and another ball. I can tell you actually. So that is outside. It's ball two. So some of the outfielders that they had, Iwan Suk, 2021, hit 175. As we're gonna have a little mound visit here. Kim Jong Chan in 2021 had an 153 batting average. Uh, who else? We'll go back a couple years. A little mound visit here. A little powwow, a chitty chatty, chitty chatty, bang bang. Let's see. Who else here? Let's see. Other outfielders. Shan Ho was the only one. He was hitting he had a 206. Jang Moon Ho isn't even in the league anymore. Lee Dong Hoon isn't in the league anymore. Basically, all those guys were actually not even in the league anymore, as that is fouled away, and it's 2-1. Yeah, I mean they were really bad. Like it's not possible to explain how bad they were. Like if you had a 200 hitting guy, he would have started for Hanwha in 2021. As here comes the 2-1 pitch right down the middle. And Shinmin Jay's like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't swing at that. Ake Min still has not ran yet. Very surprising. I don't know if they do. I don't know the rules. Again, Korea has slightly different rules than the MLB. As he checks over on Park Min. So I don't know if it's legal in Korea. That's the thing. I don't know if the torpedo bat would be legal in the KBO. As the 2-2 pitch, he goes and he is safe because he drops the ball. It's also a ball and runs the count full 3-2. Second straight full count, fourth of the day or third of the day. As he has had a full count against the 7 hitter, the 8 hitter, and now the number 9 hitter. That was not a that was a censor word that he just said for those of you that don't lip read very well. But here comes pitch number 67 of the day, which you know it's going to be a strike. Is it going to be a strikeout, a ball in play, or a foul ball? It's going to be none. It's going to be a hit by pitch. As that big sweeper once again hits somebody in the foot. They've now got runners on first and second. Just one out for the number 9 hitter, Yi Ju Hun. If he would have moved his foot out of the way, Park Min would be over at third base. As we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Pak Dong Won will pinch hit here and take over behind the plates. All right, Pak Dong Won almost gets hit on the elbow and ball one. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch to Pak Dong Won, pinch hitting. Again, the normal starting catcher. As that misses inside, and it's 2-0. Running into some pitch issues here. Pak Dong Won hitting 322. He's no longer the leader in WAR, second in WAR on the season, as he hasn't really been playing too much lately. As swing and a miss there, and it's 2-1. Weiss again struggling a bit with command. 69 pitches, 70 pitches now, 40 per strike. So almost half of his pitches have been balls. Again, he walked Moon Bo Gyung. He hit Hong Chang-gi. He hit Shin Min Jae. He walked Park Min. As here comes the 2-1 pitch here. as that's going to be a little soft liner as Ito Yoon jumps, makes the catch, and that will be 2 away. Ito Yoon is still showing why he should be the starting shortstop for Hanwha. Hmm, in the dirt, but not far enough away. Oh, yes, Kiwi is at the game. He keeps messaging me. All righty, here comes the 1-0 pitch. And catches the bottom, and it's 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch, 2 outs, runners on first and seconds for the leadoff batter, Hong Chang-gi, as that catches the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Hong Chang-gi singled in his first at bats, a hit by pitch in his second at bats, but has not even advanced to second. Here we go, the 1-2 pitch. The Rockies are suffering because of, and I'm telling you, they're suffering because Matt Holliday still has not touched the plate. The baseball gods are upset at that call, and they're making the Rockies suffer. As here comes the 1-2 pitch, sets up way outside and throws it way outside, and that goes way outside, and it's 2-2 now. All right, the deuces be a wild right now. A 2-2 count, a 2 outs, 2 on, a 2-1 count, or 2-1 score. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop backhanded, throws across the diamond, and that will be the end of the top of the fourth. As they once again come up hitless with runners on base and hitless with runners in scoring position as they strand another 2. They left 5 on base. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-0. Legit. 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 For LG. 5 left on base. Jeff Francis. Absolute cannon of an arm. One of the best throwers in the outfield, I believe. Ryan Weiss, pitch count may be getting to him a little bit. He threw 112 pitches 2 starts ago, 105 in his last starts, and now he's sitting at 76 through 4, struggling with command a bit, and we'll see how deep he can go. Hanwha has a good closer and a decent 8th-inning guy. It's the 6th, and if they have to get 6th and 7th is where they start to run into problems. So Hanwha will have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. as E. Gene Young looks at ball one, almost hits him, and it's 1-0. 3-0-2 for E. Gene Young after this walk, and that's outside again, and it's 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch lifts it into the air. A center fielder going back at the wall. Goodbye, baseball. Tie game. 2-0 delivered into dead center. And that is low as Ito Yoon fakes the bunts, pulls it back, and it's 1-0 now. 250 on the season for Ito Yoon. As that is in there for a strike down the middle, 1-1. As that's going to be a big chopper. Second baseman makes the play, throw, and that will be one away. Great play there by Shimin Jae to get him out. One out now, and we'll bring up the 8 and 9 hitters as EJ Wan steps in. That was not a home run in the old stadium. Old stadium was 122, or maybe 122, maybe 124 or 3. But it was also a huge wall in center field, as that is ball one. So the left field corner is 99. It used to be 100 in the old stadium. The right field corner is 95, but there's the big giant wall. As EJ Wan lifts that Hong Chang-gi over, makes the play, and it's 2 away. Almost the exact same place that he deposited the last ball. So the corner to right is 95, but there's the 8-meter high wall. The monster wall is what they call it. Yeah. The Melbourne Aces. As that catches the bottom of the zone. Once again, can't actually see the pitch. Shimu Jun steps in. He struck out in his first at bat. And that is ball one, 1-1. And then center field is 122, but all the way around, except for the monster wall, is just the what you would say standard MLB fences, which is 9 feet or so, maybe 3 meters, maybe a little less than 10 feet. Most MLB or most KBO stadiums, that is crushed. That, ladies and gentlemen, will be another one as third home run of the day. Not the guy you were expecting to hit one. As Hanwha takes the 3-2 lead on a Shimu Jun home run. His first of the year. As the homer party continues. His first home run of the season. They gave him a little bit of a silent treatment, and we've got a 3-2 game now. I told you it's the apocalypse is coming. Hanwha got a hit with a runner on base. They've got 2 solo shots here. That was definitely not a home run anywhere else, as it just creeped over the 99. He turned on it and deposited it just over the fence. All right, An Ji-hong steps in now. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Looks at ball one up high, and it's 1-1 or 1-0. And that's going to be a ground ball. OG1 grabs it, throws, and that's will be 3 away. But not before Hanwha gets 2 back on 2 solo shots. We'll go to the 5th inning. It's 3-2 Hanwha. Yes, if you can't all right. Very surprising there. As Hanwha doesn't have to hit with runners on base if well, they just hit home runs. 15 pitches. That inning is 73 now. Is that brings up the number 2 hitter for LG. Kim Hyun Soo will lead things off. Make sure all my numbers are right. There we go. Now we're right. Number 10 and number 2. Solo shots as Weiss suddenly has a lead. So Kim Hyun Soo, first pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Oh. And on the 1-0, just catches the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. Kim Hyun Soo gives the umpire a little look. Not his fault. All right, here comes. That is ball 2. Weiss again struggling with command. Kim Hyun Soo, 0 for 2. And that is in there for a strike. Now it's 2-2. Flew out to left in his first at bat in a 4-6 ground outs and was able to score, as that is going to be a chopper foul, and it stays 2-2. 1 hit against Cuevas, which is surprising because Cuevas is not hitting or not pitching well. He gave up 10 runs in 4 innings in his last outing. Gave up 3 home runs with an ERA of almost 6. As the 2-2, he goes down to get it, pops it up, but Shimu Jun out in left field, and that will be 1 away. That brings up the number 3 hitter, Austin Dean. He is the one that's hit the 2-run shots back in the 3rd inning. All righty, here we go. The first pitch after his big home run, he laid off of that. And he did go around. I thought he laid off, but he did not, and it's 0-1. 307 on the season for Austin Dean, taking the 2nd spot away from Noshiwan as he pops that one up. But Cheon Sung in foul territory, running around, and finally makes the catch. I don't know what that was. That was a very inefficient route. We'll just call it that, as he looked like he didn't know where the ball was at all. Started running towards the dirt in front of the dugout, and then suddenly cut back right towards the field, grabbed it, and kind of gave a little weird head shake. All right, now 2 away as Moonbow Young steps in and fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. Weiss was looking like it might not even get out of the fifth inning, but 2 quick outs here is he's only getting ready to throw pitch number 10 of this inning. And the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone as the curveball just drops in. And here comes the 0-2 way upstairs. They first should try getting a new manager because he's awful. And that's going to be a ground ball. Slow roller to the second baseman throws. And that will be 1, 2, 3. Go. The LG Twins for the first time today, ladies and gentlemen. First time today. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 3-2. First time they've gone 1, 2, 3. You got Weiss reeling a bit after he gives up the lead, and then Hanwha gets it back. Only 11 pitches there for Weiss. He's sitting now at 87, so obviously he'll be back out for the fifth. Hope or the sixth. Hanwha obviously wants him to be out for the seventh also. Again, their 8 and 9, their 9 is really good, a little wild, we'll just say that. Their number 8th inning guy is either really good or really bad. There's no middle ground for him. As far as the 6 and 7, those innings are rough. Yeah, and it's not a big league. It's only a couple weeks. Yeah, they'll still have other games and stuff there, but I know they talked about there was some in there. It was the number one team in the league too, as far as attendance goes. So there's some issues with the ABL league is apparently is the issue. All right, so we've got to the bottom of the fifth now. Florio steps in. First pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. And then the 0-1 catches the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. Well, Florio doubled in his first at bat, walked in his second at bat, has been stranded on base, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. Calls time, rechecks his batting gloves. This is his thing right here. He falls down 0-2, calls time, fixes his batting gloves, and ends up getting a 3-2 count. As nope, he's just gonna swing and miss. And anyway, well, he tried to he has to be listening to my streams after the games. He probably listens to it to go to sleep because I talked about that exact situation. As a Moon Hyun Bin, a big swing and a miss there at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. It's probably a better idea as the 0-1 outside, 1-1. Tomorrow, I don't know though. Tomorrow, it could be KT versus Doosan, or it could be Samsung versus SSG, as that is going to be a little soft liner into center field, and it's going to drop down in front of the center fielder, and he's on base for the second time today with his second hit, a 1-out single, and that'll bring up a Noshiwan. right, Moon Yen Bin already a single and a stolen base, and that is fouled away 0-1 to No Shiwan. 80 pitches now for Song Sung Gi. Song Sung Gi usually throws about 90 pitches. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. And he pops him up. Pak Dong-won out in front of the plates, bouncing around, makes a jump and a catch. As that will be 1 away, 2 away. That is a very, very dangerous situation. I'm not entirely sure why no one else was there to make that play. The third baseman should have had that, as Pak Dong-won might have said something to him. Alan, you can actually what is it? Baseball Plus. What is it called? I think it Baseball Plus, the app. And you can also look online. It's something like baseballplus.com. They stream the games live for free, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1 to Cheon Zung. I think they also used to stream them on YouTube also for free. All righty, the 0-1 pitch. And that is ripped, but hooking foul and off the error mark sign, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, a runner over on first, and they check on him, and yeah, that's chopped foul, and it stays 0-2. Yeah, I downloaded the app because I was during the preseason. I was watching the Hanwha versus Team Australia game. While I was actually setting all this stuff up, all the stuff you see, I was setting up while watching Hanwha versus Team Australia, and the 0-2. That's going to be another chopper foul, and it stays 0-2 once again. 86 pitches now for Song Sung Gi, running into an issue where he might not be able to get through 6. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. My pitch count is different. Swing and a miss as he blows it by him upstairs. And that will be strikeouts number 7 as Hanwha leaves another one on base. We'll go and take a break. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Refill your beverages, do whatever you need to do, and see you in a few. back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. 3-2 here, top of the six. Weiss still out there, 88 pitches for him. And, that is ball one outside. 1-0. 89 pitches. Again, struggling with command. Ojiwan out there walked in his last at bats, and that is lifted into center field. A cameraman showing the right fielder, and that is one away. That brings up the number. There we go. Fix it there. All right. That brings up Moonsong Ju, the number 6 hitter. In there for a strike. 0-1 now. All right. Sorry about that. 1-2 pitch here. And that's going to be a ground ball. Chan Sung grabs it, steps on the bag, and that's quick. 2 outs now, as that'll bring up the number 7 hitter. Or 7 hitter. Pake Min. And he fouls the first pitch out of play, and it's 0-1. 95 pitches for Weiss. You have to think that this will be his last inning. As much as he loves to go deep into games, this will be it. As the 0-1 in the dirt, and it's 1-1 now. I have to think almost that if somebody gets on, he's going to want to stay out there. He's going to wave them away, but he wants to get the quality starts. It'll be interesting if Son Sung Gi comes back out too. Yes, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Way up high, and it's 2-1. 97 pitches. Again, 100 pitches is about the limit for most pitchers in the KBO, especially the foreign pitchers. As here comes the 2-1, a swing and a miss there, as he is not able to catch up to the fastball. 149 on the gun as it catches the outside. Pake Min asked the umpire, "Was that a strike? If I didn't swing," he's like, "Yep." As that is going to be a issue, as that's going to drop in. Right fielder over, cuts it off just in time, as Pake Min has got himself a 2-out single, and we'll see what happens now. As again, you've got a runner on base. Shin Jae has not had a good season, but he's still a dangerous hitter, and you've got Pak Dong Won back behind him. Shin Jae, a left-hander. Pak Dong Won, the backup catcher today, the regular starting catcher. As he goes, the throw nowhere near in time, and he is on base. His second stolen base of the day. As they are not messing around. Again, it's a surprise it took this long. I don't know if it was a strike or not, so the umpire didn't make any motion. All right, it was a ball. There we go. All right, 100 pitches now, and you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. As Shin Jae pops that one, and it gets out of play. There we go. All-star reception right there. As a 1-1 pitch now. In all of the broadcasts, once they get to 100 pitches, it turns red. Like, warning, warning, he's thrown too many pitches. We must pull him out. Oh, all righty, here comes the 1-1 pitch, pitch number 102, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Pitch number 102 makes it a 1-2 count. Shinmin J hit by a pitch in his last at bats, was stranded though. 0 for 1 on the day, and here it comes. The 1-2 pitch sets up way outside of the catcher's box, and that is this is another thing. If you guys are actually watching the Korean broadcast or listening to them at all, not just me, the announcers get so excited, like "Wakacha," meaning like outside, the pitch is on the outside, and the catcher's set up in the other batter's box. That is filed a straight back. Like it's not even a close pitch. Like the catcher is set up with half his body outside of the catcher's box, and it's a fastball. What do you think is going to happen with it? All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. 2 outs, runner on seconds in the dirt, and that makes it full. 3-2, second full count of the day for Shinmin J. Fourth of the day for LG. He was hit by a pitch in his last full count. EJ Wan was able to block it, keep Pake Min at second base. 105 pitches, 106 pitch coming up here. And the 3-2, as that's going to be a ground ball on ball 4. And that's will be outs number 3 on pitch number 106. Not his best stuff per day, Weiss, but he'll take the quality starts. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. But it's not about pitching. It's not about positioning because it's the ABS system. It's not like, you know, it's not like the MLB where you're trying to frame and things like that. It has nothing to do with it. So again, yeah. But there you go. 0 for again with runners on base. 0 for 1. 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. I believe their number 6. Their 6th runner on base. 18 pitches that inning. 106 for Weiss. That should be the end of his day. 6 innings, 106 pitches, only 64 for strikes. 4 hits, 1 homer, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 runs, both earned. He has given up 2 runs in each of his last 4 starts now, but he's also gone at least 6 innings. So, yeah, the KBO catchers, they move so much. It's like it's so annoying how much they move because it's stupid. Like they're taking their glove and banging it on the ground for whenever they want a slider in the dirt or a curveball in the dirt. It's like you can hear that as a hitter. Like why? I don't get that. But anyway, we should be back now. That bottom. There we go. Son Seung-gi, not out as Pak Myung Gun will take over as ERA of 0, 1-0, 1 save, 5 holds, 11 games, 10 and a third innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 143 batting average against, and a .86 whip. So they will go to the bullpen, hoping to hold this team or hold Hanwha to just 3 runs. So Eugene Young will lead things off for Hanwha. He solo shot in his last at bat to tie the game before Shimu Jun put him ahead with another solo shot. And here we go. First pitch, and that is fouled straight back. So Eugene Young is first home run of his season, a 315 now on the season. Hanwha would love some extra insurance runs. Is getting no or holding LG to no runs in the final 3 innings with the bullpen is gonna be tough. As that misses, and it's 1-1. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a chopper back to the pitcher, grabs it, throws, and one away. And that brings up Ito Yoon. All right, Ito Yoon. Way outside, 1. And up. Ito Yoon 0 for 2 on the day, a 3-6 ground out and a 4-3 ground out. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. And there's so many of them in the KBO. So many of them in the KBO. And the 1-1 is fouled away. 1-2. The MLB guys do not hit them well. They're not very consistent either. Comes the 1-2 pitch as he throws the bat down, slaps it foul again, and it stays 1-2. I love how he has the big wind up before he gets ready. And the 1-2 is fouled back again, and it's stays 1-2. Yeah, the MLB guys usually, or the foreigners usually, do not hit side armors or submariners. And I love because the KBO, the Korean doesn't call them submariners or side armors; they call them underhanders. As that is the oh, how did that miss? How did that miss? Park Jong Hoon, I think is his name. Ito Yuna slaps that one foul again, and it's 2-2 still. As he runs around that one, he checks his bats. He needs to get a new piece of lumber after fouling off 7 boxes of balls. Yep, he pitches for SSG, number 50. He should start. Uh, he should start Thursday's game for SSG. All right, pitch number 9 of this at bats. And the 2-2 pitch low, and it's 3-2. Ito Yoon with his first full count of the day, fourth full count of the day for Hanwha. They have 1 walk, a strikeout, and a fly out to center. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws, and that will be 2 away. No, it wasn't a long at bat. Yeah, it was a super long at bats. 10 pitch at bats would be fantastic if it was against a starter, but against a reliever that's only going to go 1 inning. That brings up EJ Juan. EJ Juan, a sacrifice fly in his first at bats as he goes around on that pitch, and it's 0-1. Then a fly out to right in his second at bat. He's hitting a robust 143 on the season. Slightly above his age, is that is going to be a ground ball. And Moonbo Young grabs it, throws across the diamond, and a beautiful scoop by Austin Dean. And that will be 1-2-3 for Hanwha. The first time they have gone 1-2-3 all day. And we will go to the seventh inning. It's 3-2 Hanwha. It's Konglish. So I can kind of show you. It's not. I mean, it's really not going to help. I don't know if you can actually see this or not. Hopefully, you don't have an ad here that you're not able to watch. Are you still able to watch? I know the ads come up in the middle of the middle here. I don't know if you're still able to watch. Say something if you're still here. You probably have an ad, I'm gonna guess. Trying to see who's coming in for Weiss. Obviously, Weiss is not still pitching. Oh, Pak Sang Wan comes out. Take over on the mound. Again, this is the inning that Hanwha is going to run into some issues. The other innings are okay. It's this inning here. Can he hold this lead? So 438's on the season, 2-2 with 3 holds, 15 games, 12 and a third innings, 12 strikeouts, 7 walks, 261 batting average against. I was waiting for you to make sure that you were able to see this. So they don't. I don't know if they actually have something. This is the guy that was just pitching. I don't know if you can see this or not. So I don't think you can see this. It says "oo," which is right, or like a right turn is uejan, a right fielder is an ugyoksu. Right is u, and then after that it says un for underhand. So they don't have like they have, so it's or un, which would be a right-handed under armor or under. I want to say underhander, under armor. I don't know what. Yeah, I really don't know. As that's in there for. Whoops, wrong side. In there for a strike. So Pop Dongwan, they leads things off here in the ninth inning. Is Park Song Wan not able to hear anything. And here comes the 0-1. Hello, hello. As the 0-1 pitch, he sets way up, but he misses so badly that he throws it down the middle of the plate, and it's 0-2. All righty, here comes the 0-2 in the dirts, and it's 1-2. Got to throw that 0-2 pitch in the dirt. I mean, it's the number 1 team and the number 3 team. It's tough to, I don't want to say one way or the other, honestly. As the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be ripped. And Noshiwan makes the stop, throws across the diamond in time, and that is 1 away. Pak Dong-wan not getting any breaks today, as a liner to second in his first at bat, and a hard hit ball to the third baseman there, and makes the play, throws across the diamond. No, I don't know. I call them sidearmers and submariners. If they go below half, they're submariners. That is ball one to Hong Chang-gi. Yeah, it's hard to believe Hanwha is a top team and Kia not, as that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Because I like even in 2018 when Hanwha made the playoffs, Kia was fifth and Kium was fourth. Kium ended up beating Hanwha in 4 games of the series in a 4 game series or the best of five. I've heard of cricket. I've swung a cricket bat. I have bowled before. All righty, the 1-1 pitch. And that is a foul to straight back, and it's 1-2 now. In the Aiden, so again, Hanwha's closer is good, but he is a little wild. Han Sung Hyuk, the setup guy, is has some good days, but he also has some absolute clunkers. So the KBO is so unpredictable as the 1-2 pitch is fouled away and it stays 1-2. Important thing to watch for Pak Song Wan. Once he gets up into the high teens or 20s with his pitch counts, it begins to unravel. All right, the 1-2 pitch catches him looking on a inside fastball. Froze him. Thought it was humming at his chest. Spins away from it and it cuts right back over, and that's is out number 2. Kim Hyun Soo will step in now. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Does have a run scored though. 318 on the season for the DH today. 0 for 3. That's going to be a chopped foul, and it's 0-1. Pak Song Wan with 2 tight pants that he has to yell and scream every time he throws it. Kia coming back, but they're about to cough the lead back up. And the pitch is low, 1-2. How does Doosan's bullpen pitcher only give up 2 runs? As that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's now 1-2. So surprised at the KT Doosan game. KT's offense is just so bad. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That is going to be lifted into left field. Moon Hyun Bin back and makes the catch. 1-2-3 goes the LG Twins once again. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-2 Hanwha. I played back whenever I lived in the States. I worked at a sports camp during the summers uh, in New Hampshire. And we had like people from like 25, 30 different countries. So we often had Australians and New Zealanders. So some Kiwis, hanging out with some Kiwis, some South Africans, some Australians. So they would always try to get everybody to play cricket together. But most of the people there, are from the US, and we're like, no. Or they get big soccer games going, lots of Trinis and Jamaicans, some Brits, lots of Brazilians for tennis. Always up for a game of soccer. I of course have no idea about anything about soccer except kick the ball. All right. Elsewhere around the league, Lotte's up 6-1 now. I have no idea about anything about the ads. Unfortunately, I have no idea. Uh, I my volume is set to not peak. It's the program I use. I'm from the US, but I live in Korea. All right. Out now on the mound is Kim Jin Sung. 8 holds on the season, 14 games, 13 and two-thirds innings, 16 strikeouts, 4 walks. He is a man that is out there 3, 4, 5 nights a week. And Shimu Jun will greet him. That is a ripped foul on the first pitch. Shimu Jun, again, the go ahead home run. I, I can't do anything about the volume. Like if I change anything more, it will blow out the sound and peak. Like that's about as high as I can take it as the 1-1 pitch now. And that runs inside, but it's 2-1. The yeah, but I that again, that's for you. I don't know about everyone else though. And that is up and in, and it's 3-1. But that's just with me regular talking. The problem is if I do anything with excitement, then it's gonna peak over. As here comes the 3-1, catches the top of the zone, running it full, and we've got our full count. Second full, oh, first full count of the day for Shimu Jun. 1 for 2 on the day, strikeout, go ahead home run back in the fourth. And the 3-2 swing and a miss, and that will be strikeouts number 1 and outs number 1 as they will flip the lineup back up to the top to Han Chi Hong. Yeah, a friend of mine tried, but she's like, there was like 17,000 people in front of her. As Han Chi Hong steps in, he's over 3 on the day. 2 strikeouts and a 6-3 ground out. It looks at strike 1 on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Wong Young Mook pacing back and forth as he will take over on the base pass if Han Chi Hong gets on. Yeah, as that is ripped. I was looking for Big Kiwi. He was down there in that section, kind of down there. Uh, the I don't know if it works for you guys. I don't know if it's an option, but check, and if you check the like the settings, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1 and 2 now. If you check the settings, sometimes there's like, I think it's called like a smart volume or something like that. That might allow you. It keeps all the volumes the exact same. I know they have it on regular YouTube, but I don't know if it's on this YouTube also. As here comes the 1-2 pitch. That is ripped, but foul again as it crashes into the field, and we'll have another 1-2 pitch. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. That is fouled away the other way, and we'll have another one. What Kiwi's been doing? What Kiwi's been doing is about 3 hours before the game starts, a lot of tickets drop. But it works for us because we live in Daejeon, as that just misses, and it's 2-2 now. Okay, yeah, I wish there was something else, but I don't know if you're watching on your phone or if you're watching, as that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, throws across the diamond, and that will be two away. Because I know, like, my phone has a setting like that where you can set it to not get to a certain volume. I don't know, if you're watching on a phone or if you're watching on a TV or a computer. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not gonna. I don't watch myself. I feel weird if I were to watch replays of me as Florio crushes that, and that is not crushed as far as I thought it was. Is that is just a fly out to center field, and that will be 1, 2, 3 for Hanwha. They go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 again. We'll go to the eighth inning. LG down 3-2. Yeah, I have no idea what it works or how it works or anything like that. Uh, I know there are some people that like I can tell that people are watching them after I'm done because I can see like the stats of how like after I've streamed and everything. So, uh-oh. As I'm watching a highlight, I don't know, it's not really a highlight, as somebody got hit and they were bringing the stretcher out in the Lotte game. Kenny, if you're in here, what happened? Junmin Jay I guess he got hit. That's a huge loss for Lotte as Junmin Jay's leading the league in in average. All right, so quickly around the league. No. All right, Han Sung Hyuk out on the mound. This is what I was talking about. He's either really good or really bad. 263 ERA, two losses, five holds, 16 games. So he's either fantastic or you wish you didn't ever see him come in. So up until the sixth, he was a 7.20 ERA. Since then, he's a 0 ERA, 161 batting average against. But again, he has never impressed me as a pitcher. So we'll see. Austin will greet him. And here comes the first pitch to Austin Dean in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. No, I do not. I used to, as I went to school with, well, his wrestling name was Baron Corbin. I went to school with him as the 0-1. A beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. The lone wolf. As that is a pitch in the other batter's box, and it's 1-2. I talk about I yeah, I used to drink with Corbin. Well, well, I didn't call him that. That's a catch him looking at the nice, beautiful curveball, and that is one away. The thing with Hanwha is, yeah. So the thing with Hanwha is they have good pitchers, but the manager uses them so much that they end up just running down by the end of the season. That is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Yeah, I see it all the time. Like whenever in the during the winter, whenever I'm actually have some free time, Yeah, I always see WWE on. I don't know how many times I watched WWE during during Corona when there was nothing else to do. As the 1-0 catches the top of the zone, 1-1. So Moonbo Young 0 for 2 on the day. Did walk though. 4-3 ground out and a 4-3 ground out. Here we go. The 1-1 pitch says throw it in the dirt. He throws it and comebacker, underhand toss, and that will be 2 away. Netflix is talking about trying to get KBO. The current the contracts are always for 3 years, I believe 3 years. The TVing contract here in Korea is 3 years. But Netflix has been talking about getting going into the KBO game, as that is a ball on the inside. But they only have a 3-year contract. So in after next season, they'll have to renegotiate or they'll have to rebid as the 1-0 is in there for a strike and it's 1-1. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up outside corner and the pitch misses outside and it's 2-1. All right, so I think TVing has fixed most of their issues. The 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss at ball 3 and it's 2-2. I know there's talk of coupon play wanting to go for it. There's talk of obviously Netflix and also TVing. All right, the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. And that is going to be a ground ball past the diving Cheon Song. Over OG Wan is going to run and try to stretch it into a double, and he does. A 2-out double from OG Wan. And they've now got the tying run in scoring position for Moon Song Ju. Yeah, I mean, I have coupon play because I have coupon wow. And then I have TVing, but I never use it. Like I have it for whenever I used to do updates, and I have it whenever I first started, but I keep it. I don't know why I don't get rid of it. 'Cause that's a strike at the bottom of the zone. Yes, they will win or lose. One of the two. I don't know which one. So Moon Sung Ju, 1 for 3 on the day, a single in his first at bat, a 5-3 ground out, and then a ground out to the first baseman. And the 0-1 pitch, that's going to be a chopper to the shortstop. He grabs it, throws in time, and that will be the end of the 8th. LG strands another one. They've left 7 on base, ladies and gentlemen. 7 on base. They are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Hanwha wants to get a couple runs of insurance as we will have LG down to their final 3 outs. LG with 1 hit with runners on base. 1 hit with runners on base. That was a 2-run homer by Austin Dean. They are going to be in some serious trouble with the 7, 8, 9 hitters, the only guys that are able to get LG back into the game. Yeah, I thought TVing and Wave were already together. Because TVing, Wave, and they're all owned by like the CJ, whatever the delivery company is, CJ whatever. No, I don't even watch TV. My TV is not even hooked up. Actually, I think it's plugged in. I should probably unplug it because it's stupid to have it plugged in whenever I haven't used. I don't think I've. I turned on my TV for my my documentary, and that was the only time I've watched TV probably in the last year and a half. I just never do it. All right, Kim Kong Yu on debate on the mound for LG. 3.18 ERA, 1-0, one hold, one save, 6 games, 5 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts, 5 walks. One of the off-season signings took him from Doosan. I thought they were already together. All right, so Moon Hyun Bin steps in. He is 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles and a stolen base. But after he gets on, Hanwha hasn't had a hit yet. 295 and now on the season, and the first pitch is upstairs 1-0. If you're listening, you can hear the siren in the background. That is the famous Hanwha eighth inning cheers that misses upstairs again, and it's 2-0. Yeah, but so here's the thing: is all the cool Hanwha things make the actual game experience suck, as that is fouled away. Because if you set anywhere near the bullpen, you can't see any pitches, any hits to right field. Souplive.com. SOOPLIVE.com. The 2-1 fouled straight back, and it's 2-2. Yeah. So, yeah, like the angles of the stadium, you can't see the corners. The double bullpen, if you're sitting in the outfield, you can't see the right field. Like the only places that you can see the whole field are, as that is a 50-foot pitch and it's ball three. The only places that you can see the entire field are the skyboxes behind home plates and in the outfield. As the 3-1 pitch chopped foul or chopped Austin underhand toss, and that will be one away. Am I ahead? I may be ahead, I may be behind. It just depends on. All right, no Shiwan steps in, not having a good day. 0 for 3 on the day, a strikeout, a fly out to right, and a pop up to the second baseman. Or sorry, not the second baseman, the catcher. As 0 for 3 and the first pitch, a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Kia finally broke through against NC as the 0-1 misses inside 1-1. So KT's up 3-0 against Doosan in the bottom of the eighth. Lotte's up 7-1 in the top of the eighth against Kium. Kia's up 7-3 in the bottom of the third against NC, and a 1-1 tie. Samsung and SSG is No Shiwan fouls that away again, and it's gonna be 1-2. Na, na, na. All right, to the 1-2 pitch to Noshiwan. Sets up with his glove tapping on the dirt and a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. And that is two away. Noshiwan down for on strikes for the second time today. All right, to Cheon Song steps in. He drags some chalk into the batter's box to mark his line. 280 on the season, 1 for 3 on the day. Singled and scored a run back in the second, a fly out to watching the strike one there. A fly out to center field in his second at bats in the third, and then struck out in the fifth. Here goes the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Underhand toss, and Hanwha goes 1-2-3 again. As we'll go to the ninth inning. LG down to their final 3 outs. It's 3-2 Hanwha. They're going to have some fun here. Kim So-hyun will have to be coming in. I'm just going to go ahead and change that now. Just change that. Kim So-hyun, Kim So-hyun. Hanwha offense just is really struggles lately. This weekend they scored 7 runs. The Friday game a 2-1, the Saturday game a 2-1, and the Sunday game a 4-3. This is the fourth straight game. I used to do Ironman triathlons. I ride motorcycles. Yeah. Yeah, so I get home. I only have a motorcycle. I have 2 motorcycles. I don't actually own a car here in Korea. And then I used to do like this channel originally was not a baseball channel. This channel was originally for me to do like traveling around Korea, but it has turned into a baseball channel. All right, Park Min will lead things off as Kim So-hyun comes in. Kim So-hyun's entrance song is exactly what you would expect out of a spectacled closer with control issues. He comes out to the Wild Thing song from Major League. So 66 ERA on the season, 1 loss, 7 saves, 1 hold. He has some command issues. As a former first pick in the draft, Park Min will face him here. Park Min holds up on that, and it's ball 1. 154 on the gun. We'll hear all about how fast he throws. Park Min, 1 for 2 on the day, a strikeout, a walk, a stolen base, a single, and a stolen base. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Misses inside, and it's 2-0. I said he has some control issues. Just the other day, he walked 2 runners on and got the player of the game. And that one breaks in on the outside or inside corner, and it's 2-1. All righty, here comes the 2-1 pitch. And fouled away. And it's 2-2. 0.66 ERA. 0.66 ERA. And here comes the 2-2. Catches him looking at a top of the zone. Is again, he has a bat. He is filthy. It's just whether or not he can control it. As here we go, 1 out now as you're bringing up the number 8 hitter, Shin-Min Jae. Hanwha trying to get their 3rd straight win and move up a spots in or close the spots as we have a pinch hitter here. Looks like Son Chan-hee. As it is, I'm not going to change that. Oh, now that we've got a time call. As we'll have a pitch com change. I mean, he's thrown 5 pitches. How is the pitch com already dead? Like, how do they not give the guy a new pitch com every time a pitcher is changed? All righty, here we go. And misses up top of the zone, and it's 1-0. And the 1-0 outside at 2-0. No, his ERA is 0.66, as that's going to be a single back up the middle, and they've got the tying run on base. And Pak Dong-won will step in. He is definitely capable of making this a tie game or lead. As Chaewon Young will take over on the base pass. Putting as much speed as they can. And that checks over at first. And here comes the pitch, way up high, 1-0. Again, it's tough to talk about it all the time. And that's in there for a strike as it breaks down, and it's 1-1 now. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shimu Jun grabs it, tosses to the second baseman, and out at first. And that will go down as a 6-4-3 inning double play as Hanwha holds on for the win and gets themselves one game closer to first place. Just a second here. Okay. All right. So Hanwha gets the win as LG just cannot get hits with runners on base. Yeah, I saw that. Uh, so Hanwha did not hit well. Again, they got the 6 hits there, but honestly, you know, the 2 walks, they had 2 walks and 6 hits. They left 5 runners on base. They made it back via 2 solo shots, 2 guys that have 0 home runs on the season. Both of them with solo shots in the 4th inning to end up taking the lead. Weiss did not have his best stuff today. Pitched well enough for the win, obviously. 6 innings, 106 pitches, 64 for strikes. Really struggled with command. Gave up 4 hits, 1 homer. That was the 2-run shot by Austin Dean. Walked 4, struck out 3, only gave up 2 runs. And that was the 2-run shot by Austin Dean. That 2-run shot by Austin Dean was the only hit today that that LG had with runners on base. In just the first 4 innings, okay, they left 5 runners on base and they were 1 for 10 with runners on base. They went 0 for 3 for the rest of the day, so 1 for 13 with runners on base. And in fact, they were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. They could not get it done once they had runners on base. Hanwha started the game 1 for 7 with runners on base. Ended up having going 1 for 9 on the day. They were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. LG wasn't able to get it done offensively. They've been able to get it done offensively all year. Hanwha is doing extremely well in come from behind victories. That is their 10th come from behind victory. It leads the league, and it's by like 3 or 4 more than the next. Obviously, it's not a thing that is sustainable. They win another 1-run game. They've won 4, or they've played in 4 straight 1-run games. They've won the last 3. They lost the other one. So it's the thing with the 1-run games is yes, they're winning them now, but you are asking a lot from your bullpen. A bullpen that's really, really just fell apart at the end of season last year. And you've got a closer, you're gonna be asking him to set a career high in innings, and you're asking him to set a career high in innings by the All-Star break. So you do have to kind of worry about that. Is they're not letting him pitch. They're letting him pitch 2 days in a row. They're not letting him pitch 3, obviously. But Hanwha, they get the win. They've won a lot of close games this year. Weiss didn't have his best stuff. Had some command issues, but he pitched well enough. Big hits from Ejin Young to tie the game with a solo shot in the 4th inning. And then Shimu Jun taking advantage of the little league walls out in left field to be able to sneak that home run just over the 99-meter wall out in left field. Both of the home runs that they hit would not have been home runs last year, but they are home runs this year. As Hanwha playing in a much more hitter-friendly park uh, in the new stadium. So Hanwha gets the win. They move up 1 game in the standings against LG. So LG is now lost 3. Hanwha is now won 3. Hanwha is going to be 2.5 games back behind LG in the standings. Depending on the Samsung game, Samsung is currently up 2-1 against SSG, which would leave Samsung 2 games ahead or behind LG. So depending on the Samsung versus SSG game, that'll be where Hanwha ends up after today. Uh, KT is up 3-0 against Doosan, but Doosan has runners on first and second in the bottom of the ninth with one out. So they have the tying run at the plate in their I believe cleanup hitter at this point is Yang Sangwan is the first baseman, but Yang Yiji has not been playing that much. Lotte's up 8-1 against Kium, but Kium has the bases loaded in the bottom of the eighth with two outs. Kia has just opened it up against NC. They're now up 9-3. They were down at one point. I believe they were down 3-0 at one point, but now they're up 9-3. Again, Samsung up 2-1 in the bottom of the eighth, but SSG has a runner on first in the bottom of the eighth with no outs. So this is the first game that's finished. The other games, the Kia game and the Lotte game, are pretty much decided. Although Lotte's bullpen could give up 8 runs and the lead and the win. So who knows with that? But so Hanwha gets the win, a much needed win. They have to show that they can beat the top teams, the playoff teams. They have a very rough patch of their schedule. They had Lotte last week. They only had to play Lotte in 2 games. They split the series. They had KT here at home, and they ended up taking 2 of 3 from them. And then they have LG here. They have a 3-game series against LG. They need to win the series against them, and then they have to travel to Kia, and they do not play well against Kia. They did sneak out 2 wins earlier, but they were both come from behind, taking advantage of the bullpens, with Kia missing some of their main players in that game still. Then after that, they have to play against Samsung for Children's Day. So Hanwha in a very rough very rough stretch. If they can hold on and win another series against LG, and then they'll be sitting nicely, and they will calm a lot of nerves of Hanwha fans who are enjoying the time where they're doing well. But again, last year they were in first place after a week and a half, and ended up dropping all the way down to 10th at one point. So I live in Korea. Until this year, I was a season ticket holder. So I've been going to Korean baseball games since 2014. So I know the teams, I know the players, I know the league. I've been to every stadium. I've been to all-star games. I've been to charity games. I know the players know me. That's why I watch Korean baseball. I love baseball. And since I live in Korea, I watch Korean baseball. And since no one is around to give any English support to baseball fans that don't speak Korean, that's what I'm here for. So I'll say it in Korean if you want, but the English you just wrote was perfect, so I assume that you understand English very well. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do the Samsung versus SSG game. None of the games really are enticing me too much. I would like to do this game, which would be Ryun Jin on the mound. But I will be back for the LG Hanwha game on Thursday, maybe. There's a lot of rain in the forecast on Thursday, so that maybe end up being a Kium game, or who knows at that point. But tomorrow I'll be back same time, Samsung versus SSG. I believe Wan Tae-in will be on the mound for Samsung. I'm not entirely sure who will be on. I think Moon Sung Wan will be on the mound for SSG. Anio, I live in Daejeon. I was a Hanwha season ticket holder for years. I live real close to the stadium. Yeah. So there. Chunshik, Hanwha baseballs. There are all my season tickets. Hyundai Unicorns. Here's LG. But I have uniforms for all the teams. But anyway, yeah. If you want to hear English broadcasts, you're always welcome to stop by. If you want to, you can speak Korean. 한국 말해요. Or tell your friends they can also come by, listen to some English broadcast and chit chat in Korean. A little bit different feel than the old Korean broadcast. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow. Samsung versus SSG. So, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time.